Hey, good morning, good day, Pam. Wishing everyone peaceful and blessed day. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me see here. Hey, ah, this is Thursday. Let me see if I can get this fixed a little bit better. That works. Let me see. Put this on this finger, maybe. Put both of these in there. That works better, much better. Okay, we are on our walk for today. I'm a little late getting out, and that's because I misinterpreted or I missed whatever. It's still early. I can't even think of the right word I'm trying to say. It feels like it's drizzling out here. I wonder if that's just mist or dew. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna go back and get my umbrella. But it could be just from the trees or the mist or the dew because it's just barely daylight out here. I was trying to wait for sunrise and I miscalculated when the sunrise was for today. I had looked and I thought that it said it was 7:40, but it was 7:50. I'm sorry, 6:40. It was actually 6:50, and it's kind of cool out here. I could have used a jacket. I had on well, yesterday and the day before I had on long sleeves. No, yesterday I had on long sleeves because when I left out, it was like 59. So I think it's a little bit above 60. I'm just off today, y'all. Oh my gosh. I am off today. Yes. Awesome. And I'm probably not going to walk as far as I normally walk today because I have an appointment I need to be at. So this will be a shorter walk today. Oh, I see somebody over there. So you got to look with it. I know it looks pretty bright out here to you all, but I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let's see. See, you see that light? The street lights are still on. So it's not that bright. Hello, KC. Good morning. Blessings to everyone. Thanking God that I'm woke this morning. I'm up this morning. I'm walking this morning. Ah, feels good to be out here. Yes, it's awesome and amazing. Hello, Jackie. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if y'all can see the sky. Sky is still kind of gray. It's like, yeah, y'all can see around. I should be walking in a circle. I get dizzy out here walking in the circle trying to show y'all the sky and stuff. Oh my God. Ah, it may not be the wisest thing to do. Okay. Let's see. Wanda, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Susan. Hello from Mississippi. Ooh, we got Mississippi in the house. What they used to say? Am I cricket letter, back, come back out? I know y'all say, where she say? Where she get that from? Oh Lord. I remember my dad used to say that. Yes. From Patterson, New Jersey is in the house, y'all. We got Patterson, New Jersey. Welcome in, New Jersey. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes. From NOLA. We got NOLA in the house. New Orleans. We got New Orleans in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. All right. I love it. I love it. Hey, out in Central Jersey too. Okay. We got multiple jerseys in the house. That's a blessing. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you all so much for coming. Good morning. Thank you all so much for coming. Yeah. Ooh, it feels so good to be out, fresh air, first thing in the morning. If you can't do anything but step outside your door, your apartment building, or whatever, and just breathe a little of the fresh air as early as possible, you'll be amazed. at how well you'll feel for the rest of the day. Just getting a little fresh air first thing in the morning. It's amazing. Yes, I love to get up at the crack of dawn. Oh, whether I'm walking or not, even on the weekends, crack of dawn, soon as some light comes in. Ah, it's amazing. Yeah, St. Louis is in the house. We got St. Louis in the house. Meet me at the World's Fair. Yes, meet me at the World's Fair. How are you doing? Yes, thank you for always being a sweetheart to the community. You know what, Wanda, you were so welcome. But that's the thing, Wanda. You all are so kind and generous with your time and being here and being in my videos and everything. I think all content creators should find some kind of way to acknowledge their community. I mean, I see some people that never answer comments. And to be honest, on one hand, I get it because comments can be destroying. You know, the first thing they tell us is stay out your comments. And in the beginning, I've been doing this since 2019. In the beginning, I used to wonder, why we got to stay out of comments? I want to talk to people. I want to thank them. I want to, say hey. And I really didn't get it. And as time went on, even though I'm still all in my comments, I get it. But I have a lot of followers now, a ton of followers across all platforms. I'm close to 4 million. And it's not humanly possible anymore for me to answer all comments. That's why all my members of all my channels, I have 3 channels with memberships, and all of those, I give priority answers to if they have a comment or question because I just humanly possible can't get through all comments. But I do go through my comments several times a day. I will scroll through there. And if I see someone that genuinely has a question about something I just put up, a video or something, I try to answer it because I think that's the best thing that I can do. You have a question. I'm trying to show you what to do. And you have a question. I need to be there to answer it. So I try to find those. Sometimes I filter by questions, but sometimes even in filtering by questions, you don't really get the real questions. You get people saying, did I really see that? Or something. It's more of a comment question. I don't even know the right terminology right now for it. But it's not even a hypothetical question. It's just one of those, oh man, I can't think of the words you call it, but y'all know what I'm talking about, where you're asking the person a question, but it's not really a question to be answered. So I get a ton of those. But Wanda, yes, it's important to be involved with the community. And that's why I love doing this particular live on Tuesdays and Thursdays as much as possible, weather permitting, life permitting, because it gives me an opportunity to see you all, to talk to you all, to answer any questions I can. And if you put a question in the chat while we are walking and I don't answer it right away, ask it again because I am walking. It means my hand is moving with this phone in it. It does get hard to see. And I'm not looking at the phone the entire time because, to be honest, I'm looking where I walk and my surroundings. Okay. So I'm glancing at the chat. So if you do say something in the chat or ask something and You feel it's important, like, I wish she would answer me. Ask it again. Maybe have to ask it a couple of times. Because, like I say, the most important thing is for me to watch where I'm going and my surroundings. Okay. Now, as you all hear me saying constantly, good morning. There's a lot of people that walk same time. Matter of fact, I see people that must come out at dawn or at a certain time, no matter whether it's dark or not. Those people that I used to pass by when I came out around 6:30 was around 6:30. They headed back. They through. They walk. But I'm like, personally, I want to be able to completely see. So it has to be a certain amount of daylight for me to actually come out here. And that's just the way it is. Yes. We have Mary. Hello from Utah. We have Utah in the house. Thanks for sharing all your wisdom. You are so welcome. And tips. Any advice for a great Thursday? Well, the advice that I would give for a great Thursday, advice I would give for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay. First of all, I would say everybody needs to work on, including me, the right frame of mind. And when I say the right frame of mind, we all have that little devil sitting on our shoulders sometimes. All right. And how I just got through talking about the comments. Well, I have those comments, but we also have those stepping over a big pool of water. We also have those same comments in our daily life. And a lot of times people don't know something for multiple reasons. All right. Sometimes just because they can't, they don't want to see you who can. Okay. We have to be resilient, consistent, and determined in our actions, our ways, our personal being. So I said that to say you can't wake up one morning with an attitude and wake up the next morning without an attitude. First of all, whoever you got an attitude with probably wasn't sleeping with you last night. Whoever you got an attitude with probably ain't thinking about you the next day. Co-worker, friend, somebody you know from somewhere, and you still upset because they said something about something you were doing, something you were wearing, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you look, the way you act, and you upset about it. And they done gone on about their business. They are not thinking about you. It takes more muscles, more facial muscles to frown than it does to smile. So we have to work on being consistently in the frame of mind of positive. Yes, you could be waking up to face a lot of things. You could be waking up, they cut something down over here. You could be waking up to face own test, medical test. And you could be saying, to yourself, oh my God, I hope this test comes out for medical negative. I hope they tell you know it's going to be positive. You know, hey. Well, first of all, we have to work on getting rid of those negative thoughts. So how do you get rid of those negative thoughts? I want everybody in the chat to do this right now. In your head, in your head, I want you to start saying your ABCs. Yep, ABCs. A, in your head now, not out loud. Don't say it out loud. In your head, mouth closed. You're thinking. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Start saying your alphabet. When you get to L, M, N, O, P, I want you to open your mouth and I want you to still finish your ABCs in your head, but I want you to open your mouth and start counting. One, two, three. I want you to tell me what happened when you open your mouth and you started counting. Now, that exercise is because, little known fact, you absolutely 100% cannot think in your head and speak out loud. So, when you hear that little negative thought saying something that's going to cause you not to have a great day on this wonderful, beautiful Thursday that you woke up on, God got you up out the bed. He even got you in my life. All right? But there's some negative thoughts going on in your head about life, about family, about friends, about work, about social media, about anything. As soon as those thoughts come into your head, I want you to start talking out loud. I don't care what you say. Just go and don't talk to it. Talk about anything else. Recite a poem, read a Bible verse out loud. Jesus loves me. This I know. Sing. Do whatever you want to do. Just do it out loud. While this little annoying voice is in your head. And that voice will disappear. And you have to train yourself every single time that voice come into your head. You got to start talking. You got to start speaking out loud. You speak the word if you want to. You can speak anything you want to. You can say your ABCs, one, two, three. That does not matter. But absolutely, your thoughts will talk. And the more you do that, it will actually become a habit. And before you know it, you'll find yourself talking out loud sometimes. Because I'm going to tell you, even my husband be like, for a while, he used to say, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? And I'm like, no, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to me. I walk around my house talking out loud all day long. Yes, because there is always that little devil that's got something to say, always, about something. And I'm pretty thick skinned, so I stay in my comments. But if you all think for 1 minute that I don't get anything but positive comments, I have been called everything but the child of God in my comments. I have said some things, and sometimes, depending on how I feel, I give them peace of my mind right back. Most of the time, I just remove it. Other times, I just keep scrolling. It just depends on how I feel. But we all have those thoughts. And if you want to have a great day today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, practice doing that. Practice doing that. Good morning, Susan. Amen to that, Mama. That is all wonderful exercise. Thank you so much. Yes, it is. Thank you. Let me see if I can go back up. You're right. I can't. I know you can't. My ex would love for me to do that exercise all the time. I'm telling you, you can't do it no matter how hard you try. Oh, hit the wrong button. Okay, there you go. Thank you for that tip. Next time the negative thoughts creep in, there you go. There you go. And if you get in the habit of it, it will literally become a habit. For me, it's a habit. I'll be honest. There's sometimes negative thoughts will come in my head about something. I'll be like, oh, heck, no. And I'll start talking. I'm like, let me see what I'm gonna cook today. Let me get this out. I need some bell peppers. Let me go to the garden. I just rattle. You don't have to talk about anything. You can you can literally rattle. But I promise you cannot think in your head and speak out loud. You can't. That's one reason why I think, personally, I think the Bible says to speak out loud, speak the word out loud. That's why I think it says that. Okay. And somewhere it says, or I have heard, I won't say it says because it probably don't, but I have heard that even when you pray, if you pray out loud, it blocks the thoughts in your head. You don't have to pray out loud how I'm talking to you all. It can be a whisper under your breath where even someone sitting next to you can't hear you. And that's another thing with that exercise you want to practice. You ain't got to yell. You don't have to yell. You don't have to talk loud. You just need to open your mouth and let the words flow out, even if it's at a very soft whisper. Because eventually you're going to have these thoughts. You're going to be in public around somebody. You could even be in an important meeting at work, knowing good and well you shouldn't be saying nothing out loud. And those thoughts are going to creep into your head. And at that point, when those thoughts creep into your head, that's when you have to learn to do it under your breath, but it's still out loud. It's still out loud. It's just at such a low whisper that no one can hear you. Okay. And if you are in a serious situation like a staff meeting or work meeting or church meeting or wherever with someone that you'd rather not do this in front of, and you start doing it under your breath a little bit and they do get a glimpse of it, just tell 'em, oh, I was sorry. I was just thinking about something out loud a little bit to myself. Just play it off, but keep doing it. Okay. You got to keep doing it. I'm telling you, when I learned that many, many years ago, that was one of the best things I could have ever learned. I talk out loud. I'll be like, yep, talking to myself. One good thing about talking to yourself, people used to say, well, now you can talk to yourself out loud anywhere. People just will think you on your phone. People don't pay attention to it anymore. I remember when I was real little, and when they first started, that's how old I am. I won't say when they first started, but I believe it was when they first started the the daylight savings time, and they would change the time, which would have us going to school in the dark. Okay, and because my sister is 5 years older than me, we never really went to school but for a very few years in the very beginning together, because by the time I got to like what, fourth or fifth grade, she was gone on to the next school. So we were never together. And I didn't have anyone else. And so my mother would stand at the top of our steps, which would allow her to watch me go all the way down. And we didn't have buses like we have now. I had to catch a city bus. Matter of fact, I had to catch two city buses. So I had to get down to the bus stop. It was kind of dark. And my mama used to always tell me, she says, walk with a purpose. Hold your head up and step. She says, don't drag your feet. Don't act like you don't know where you're going, even if you don't. Hold your head up, put your shoulders back, and step. My mother used to always say, when you walking, you don't walk, you step. So I would step. And then she told me, she said, if you see somebody coming towards you, behind you, across the street from you, at any place, because see, even if she walked me to that bus stop, she couldn't be there to come back home with me. And at some point in time, with that daylight savings time, we was going to school in the dark, coming home in the dark. So I had to learn for myself what to do and how to do it. Good morning. And so she told me, if you see somebody, like I said, approaching you, behind you, across the street from you, she would always tell me, just start talking out loud. She said, just start talking out loud, say anything, just start waving at houses and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I'll be right back. Say anything. You look nice today. She said, just start talking out loud to yourself. Because see, back in the day, it ain't like it is now. Back in the day, when you used to see someone talking to themselves, they were presumed to have mental disability or something. Okay. And so people would leave them alone because they thought something was wrong with them. So, in other words, she told me to act like something wrong with you. And there were times when I had to. And so you have to learn to be able to speak. Like I said, today, you can just, that little devil get on your shoulder, you can talk out loud. Ain't nobody gonna pay a bit more attention to you, which is kind of sad in a sense when you think about it. Because whereas if you're speaking out loud like that and no one's paying attention to you and you need help, it's awful hard to get it. Awful hard to get it, you know? And then because of the nature of the way the world is today, even if you're standing somewhere and you're saying, please help me, everyone's always afraid to help. They're afraid to help. And this is why it's important to do just what I'm doing now, what we doing walking. You need to be able to help yourself, okay? If you got to get out of Dodge, you need to be able to get out of Dodge. Now, you might not can run, okay? But if you can stand your ground, you'd be amazed. Because most people that do things to people are nothing but what we used to call bullies. And trust me, I have had many encounters where people could have did something to me. But as nice and grandma-ish as you all, as I appear to you all, I am not that way when I am out in the street by myself. I am absolutely 100% non-approachable. Now, my husband on the other end, he's extremely approachable. And when I say approachable, I mean people look at me and they say, they don't speak to me most of the time. The only time people speak to me in public now is those that recognize me from YouTube or social media somewhere. They recognize me. They go, aren't you? Aren't you? I'm like, yes, I am, whatever. But regular people, I've seen people. Sometimes, like we'll go to the store and he'll go one way, I'll go another way, and we'll say, okay, I'll meet you back at the car. Okay, cool, cool. And he'll leave out of the store like maybe half a second, 30 seconds before me. So he's up ahead of me. We both going to the car and I'm behind him. And I'm watching everybody. Hello, sir. How are you today? Women, ain't just men and women. Those same people pass by me 15, 10 seconds later. I ain't even speaking. Because I don't give people an opportunity when I'm out and about. I intentionally make myself unapproachable. And I guess you say, well, how you make yourself unapproachable? I don't look like I'm friendly. I look like if you say something to me, I'm gonna snap your head off because I don't want to be approachable because it's too much going on. All right. And people that do things to people, they prey upon the easy target. This is why, and this is my opinion, but this is why, again, my opinion, I believe that women are sought out, attacked, and things are done to women way more than they are men. Because the man that's doing it, the man might have mega bucks on him, but he think he can get the money off the woman or whatever, rob her before he can rob him. Because he know if he tackle that man might tackle him back. Okay? And so they prey upon their easy target. And then when it comes to women, I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry. Okay? What you wear, how you act, all plays a part. If you acting like some lady that's standing up against the wall, waiting to be had, you gonna be had. Okay? You can keep that in your house for your husband, your boyfriend, your man, your wife, your partner, your girlfriend, whatever you got. You can keep that in your house. Okay? It ain't necessary for nobody to see your body, your boobs, and nothing else. I'm saying it. And then you wonder why something happened to you. You know, I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm one person, you know, but I don't understand. Honestly, I'll be honest. I don't understand a lot of men that have women like that. They're with the woman, they're out with the woman, but the woman's whole body is out. And I'm looking at him like, why would you want, if it's attracted to you, what would make you think it's not attracted to every other man out here? Why is it that you want someone else to look at your woman? Because she can put on all that at home. Y'all can have your own little party. Hello. I'm not saying you got to look like a old broomstick or back in the 20s where you got something tied up to your neck. I'm not saying that. You can have on a nice, tight, sexy dress, but it can have a little give in it, just a tiny bit. Ooh, this is Pam's POV, y'all. You all are watching Pam's POV. Oh my God, that is so hilarious. So hilarious. Morning. Oh, let me see what y'all saying. I got a relationship 20 years. 20 years, and I was DV, okay? One that I finally free myself. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Deb. Yeah. By the way, good morning to y'all. Good morning, Gina. Yes. Let's see what y'all saying in the comments. Me, says Gina. But it's hard and scary these days. Yeah, it's hard and scary these days. And this is why you have to make yourself unscared. How do you make yourself unscared? You have to give yourself the power. Okay? How do you give yourself the power? You have to do what I'm doing right now. I'm walking, I'm exercising, I'm working out. I'm gonna be that granny. If you run up on me, you might win if you run up on me. But I guarantee you, I'm gonna give you a hard way to go. I guarantee you that there will be an identifying mark on you. Okay? So we gonna find you. You have to put yourself in the position of power. It's just like anything else in the workplace. If you want a specific job, then you have to position yourself in order to be. I'm crossing the street. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I need to jog on across the street because I crossed in the middle. I crossed where I usually don't cross at. Okay, I'm back. You have to position yourself at work to get in that position. And you do that by studying, learning, even if you have to go back and get a degree, get a certificate, you position yourself to get that job by doing whatever that job requires so that you are qualified, highly qualified for it, for that position when the time comes. It's no difference. You have to position yourself to not be afraid by knowing you can overcome whatever it is. It's not going to happen overnight. It might take years. But if you don't start, you won't start. If you don't start, it will not happen. I can guarantee you that. Okay? I have been walking off and on. Not, I don't even walk consistently sometimes because typically I stop in the winter. This year, I said I'm going to try to walk through the winter. We'll see how that goes. But when I'm not walking outside in the winter, I do have ellipticals and steppers that I use indoors. So I'm still moving. Okay. I lift weights. I cannot lift nearly what I could lift about a year ago or 2 years ago, I really should say, because I stopped. I got tired. Ain't doing it. Wish I hadn't stopped now because it's the older you get, the harder it becomes, the more time it's going to come. Our bodies change. We go through menopause, all kind of stuff happen. We're not as agile. Oh, 2 minutes. Uh, our bodies change, everything change. We're not as mobile, but the younger you are, you got that edge. You could be 40 and you got that edge on me at 66. Start. Put one foot in front of the other and start. Once you become powerful, and when I say powerful, what I mean, I don't mean you got to lift 100 pounds. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't even have to work out to be a bodybuilder, but you want to be strong enough to endure. Okay. Uh, you want to also learn certain self-defense techniques. You can simply take a self-defense class. There are a lot of things you can do for self-defense that people don't even think of. Okay. And you have to look at when you're out and about and anywhere else, everything you have, everything you have can be used to protect yourself. Okay. You just got to know what to do with it. So don't be scared because scared ain't going to help you. All right. If you know how to swim and you learn how to swim, if you didn't learn when you was a child and you learned when you was adult, I'm pretty sure that was scary too. Thank you, lady, letting me by crossing the street again. Okay. Good morning. So don't be scared. Be ready. Okay. And keep yourself in a position of protection. So what do I mean by that? Don't go walk down the back alley in the middle of the night. If you going to a Walmart and you know the Walmart down the street is rough, all kind of characters. But if I go 10 miles more, I can go to a Walmart and have no riffraff. Keep yourself in a position of protection. Don't go to the one with the riffraff. Go to the one where there's nothing going on at. Ah, oh my God, that's too funny. Yes, Linda says, I tell you, girl, to have spray, deodorant. Yes, you tell girls have spray deodorant. Yes, things that don't need a permit aren't considered concealed. That's right. You may not use spray deodorant, but baby, okay? And unlike mace, if it gets on you, it ain't gonna hurt you. All right? If you point that directly at somebody, yes, there's a lot of things like that that can put you in a position of power and in a position of protection. Stop getting gas at night, okay? You knew when you went home in the daytime, you needed gas. You knew when you left home, you got to get gas at night. You knew that morning you was gonna need gas. You don't have to wait till your car beep at you and tell you low fuel. Go get gas. And besides that, your car, whatever car you get, I don't care if it's a 2025 Porsche, Lamborghini, I don't care what it is. If you keep the gas tank above half, the vehicle will perform better. Try it and see. I'm telling you, and you will burn less gas. So for me, half is E. And you can't might say, well, I can't fill it up at half. I have to wait. No, no, no. What you start doing, however much it takes you to fill up your car at the halfway mark, and you feel you got to save to get there. Once your car gets full, if you got to put $1 away a day or some change away a day, say it takes you $20 if your car is on half. It takes you $20 to get it back up to full. You start putting that $20 away right now. And when you get to half, you fill it up. And if you think you're going to forget, put the money in the car where you can't forget, okay? And when you get to the halfway mark, you be like, train your brain to say, when you get to the halfway mark, oh snap, I'm on E. I'm almost on E. I gotta go get gas. Okay? So little things like that is what I mean when I say keep yourself in a mode of protection. You know, if you're driving on a bad tire, find a way to get the tire or stay off the highway. Stay on the main road. Okay? Stay on the road that if you had to get out and walk, you're walking down a main artery. All right? You're not walking down some back road with no sidewalks. That's how you keep yourself in a mode of protection. All right? Those are just a few little tips for today. My brother told me that years ago, Pam and those, Pam, told me that years ago, Pam, and those are true words. You spend less, keep it on half and above. There you go. Yes. Those are true words. If you don't believe me, let your car go all the way down to E and see how it run and fill it up. And see, don't go zoom when you start it up. It works better. Old and new car. And the older the car, the much better it works. when you do that. Okay. Now, on the realistic side, of course, there are always times when life happens, something comes up, and we can't put the gas in our tank at halfway for whatever reason. Or we can't do this or we can't do that for whatever reason. And those are the times you depend on God and you keep it moving and you do what you have to do. But as a general rule and a practice of habit or a habit of practice, those are the things you want to work on. We have to, especially in this day and age. Technology is just rampant, you know, and there's so many things going on and we have to be doubly aware. We have to keep ourselves doubly safe and we have to do whatever we can do to maintain our dignity, our lifestyle, and our peace of mind. Because when you got peace of mind, can't nobody upset you. And one thing my mama used to tell me all the time, and I say it to this day, the truth doesn't matter. Let the truth be known. I really don't care what nobody say or think about me. I'm going to do me because, like my mama used to say, they ain't paying no bills over here. Hello. So why am I going to be so worried about what somebody else thinks or they call me fat, they call me skinny, they call me blue, they call me black, they call me white, they call me red. Cause you ain't paying no bills. You ain't benefiting me one. What? Why would your opinion matters? The next time somebody you feel that way, somebody says something, ooh, that just make you look whatever. Ask them. Say, really? It does? Tell me something. Which one of these bills did you pay last month? Electric, gas, cable, phone? Which one did you pay? And if they can't give you an answer with a receipt, they got their answer. That's all you need to say. Which one of these bills did you pay? You don't have to say any more or any less. They got the message. They know exactly what you mean. They know why you said it. The whole ball of wax, because ain't nobody paying no bills up in here. Now, if somebody's paying some bills up in there and they got an opinion, ooh, sit here on my little bench for a minute. Oh, and they got an opinion, well, that's a whole nother story you got to deal with, okay? Maybe they get to say something. Hang on. Oh, sorry about that. Trying to get this thing off my wrist. Maybe they get a chance to say something. Okay, just maybe. Oh my goodness. OMG. I am so needed to hear this. At work, I have some men here that try to belittle me and talk down to me and talk about me poorly and wish I did nothing. Girl, prance on by them. Put your head up. Prance right on by them. And you ain't even gotta say nothing to them. Because sometimes silence is golden. Okay? Silence can be golden. All right. Don't hold your head down. Don't even look at them. Don't look at unless it's your boss and you gotta say something. Unless you're in a situation you have to say something because you're working with them. And if that's the case, then you speak only about the matter at hand that has to do with work. All right. There's no chit chat. There's no how you doing. If they say how you, that's another thing. Let me tell you something. Next time those people that's belittling you and everything, if those people speak to you, let me tell you something. You want to get somebody's attention, and this goes for when you out and about and in any other situation. When somebody speaks to you and you know they have an ulterior motive, sometimes you could be out and about and men to speak to you, how you doing today? Put a little bass in your voice, okay? And when they say, "Ooh, how you doing today?" You know good and well they trying to flirt. In your case, at work, they might say something about how you doing today and laugh or something. Instead of just saying, "I'm okay," or whatever, you put a little bass in your voice. And this is what you say. You say, "Good morning. And how are you today?" Loud. Loud enough for everybody. If you in the office, everybody should hear you. You ain't saying nothing wrong, so you ain't in trouble. Okay? If you out and about and you out in the street and somebody trying to flirt with you, you say, I'm doing well. And you, and you, they be like, oh, not what she looked like. I'm telling you. People will double take me like, okay. It works. I'm telling you, put a little bass in your voice and speak with authority. Okay. So the next time they be lulling you at work, or whatever they saying to you, and they talking about, first of all, if they talking about you, let them talk. Okay. Because you already have their attention, or they wouldn't be talking about you. Think of it like that. They talking about you because you got their attention. Now, how you got their attention, what you got their attention for, or whatever. All right. But you working there just like they working there. So if they speak or whatever, if they have a question for you, and it's even work related, put a little bass in your voice and answer. They could be like, did you finish that report or whatever? Put a little bass in your voice and say, yes, I finished the report yesterday at 3:35 p.m. or whatever. Put a time on it. Time stamp it. Okay, give them some details. Put a little bass in your voice and speak up. Don't be going, yes, I did. That's back to the wall. That's back to the woman on the wall I talked about when I was walking. I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes we have to have two positions. The woman on the wall needs to be at home in your bedroom, in your kitchen, in your house with your husband, your partner, your girlfriend, your lover, whoever it is. Everybody else, everywhere else, don't need to see that. Why? They ain't paying no bills. Oh my God, I love talking to y'all in the morning. This is Pam's POV. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. Denise, how are you? Can you show your backpack? This is not a backpack. This is a weighted vest. This is a weighted vest. It's not a backpack. Yeah, this is a weighted vest. I can't show the back. I don't know how to get the camera in there. You know what? I'll post a pick up back and front on my community tab. How about that? Yes. Or pin it. I'll pin it in the what do you call it, product link. Yes, Gina says thank you, such a great advice. Also, yes, I am in an office and all of that you're saying fits the place I do work. Absolutely. I am so elated. I'm so elated you found me too. Yeah, because we're gonna get those people in the office and you're not being disrespectful. You're not saying anything out of line. Put a little bass in it. Put a little bass on it, okay? How they say, put a little respect on your name, put a little bass in your voice. Oh, Bruce says Pam is insane. I am. Y'all just don't know how crazy I am. But it worked. All right. Anise says, okay. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Anise. Yes. Alicia says, I needed this today. Pam, you are on point. You are making my day. Awesome, awesome. Rachel says, Pam is a legend. Wanda's laughing. I'm telling you, it works. You know, we got to get creative. We got to get creative where people think they can run all over you because you a woman. No, no. Okay. They have to think twice. Yes, they have to think twice. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Sandra says, God bless you. God bless you too. Good morning. Hey, Arlene, I love this. God bless. Thank you so much. I'm glad y'all enjoying it. I am enjoying it if y'all not. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these are things I've always taught my girls. My girls don't have no problems. I'm telling you. Well, I shouldn't say they don't have no problems. We all got problems, okay? But my girls they are naturally strong. They just have natural strength to them as far as like, weight and being able to pick things up, move. They are both naturally strong. But baby, you don't want to mess with neither one of them. My sons either, but you really don't want to mess with my girls. Yes, we have Teresa from California. Awesome. Woohoo. Yes, Renee says good morning. Perot Faru says, I'm going to subscribe. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yes, if anybody's in the chat, you are not subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you have that bell on because I do come on close to 7. It kind of varies because I wait for daylight. And right now, it's not being a consistent sunrise. It's like it's changing every day. So if I say, if you see the live and I'm saying something like, uh, Pam will be live at what 6:45 and I'm not on, just know I'm waiting for a little bit more light, but I'm coming. Oh my gosh, yes. Grand Rising, Carol. Grand Rising. Welcome in. Welcome in. Absolutely. Yes. Love your laugh. It is very therapeutic. Oh, thank you, Mary. Yes, I love your insaneness. That's a word. It's a word now, Wanda. Yes. How many kids you had? How many kids were you blessed with this past? I have 2 boys and 2 girls. Boy, girl, boy, girl. I have 2 girls and 2 boys. You'll see my youngest son in some of my videos. I did a couple of videos recently on my gardening channel, and my youngest son is in there. My youngest son is 27. Um, but yes, I have 4 kids. Yes. What's the one thing you're thankful for that keeps you going? Life, life, life. I don't need nothing else. Life. I woke up. It's beautiful out here. Look at this. I'm sitting in the playground. I am literally sitting on the park bench in the playground. It's beautiful out here. This is life. Okay. Look at the sky. All right. Look at the trees. Look at that. Look at that beauty. I don't need nothing else. I got life. Yes, I have life. We have to be strong. I already subscribed. Thank you so much. Yes, great answer. Life is so true. It is just life. Teresa says, wow, what a blessing. They're with you too. Yes, Lord. Blessed with life. Yes, they're here in the same state with me. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Pam, if I may add, how old are you? I'm 66, Gina. I ain't no, I tell that all the time on my lives. I'm always saying, I am proud to be. A lot of people be running. I don't tell my age. You don't ask a woman your age. Child, you live this long, you ought to be happy. I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. I am 66 years old and will soon be 67. And I tell people all the time, one of my goals, people have life goals or whatever. One of my, it's just, that's what I keep feeling. I kept feeling something on my arm. For whatever reason, this little pouch thing it slipped. This little pouch thing had slipped down, and I kept feeling something on my back. I kept saying, "What is that?" I kept feeling for it, and I couldn't determine exactly what it was. It was this little pouch thing that had slipped down. Good morning. Hi. Yes. Yes, Gina. Absolutely. Wow, what a blessing. I think I read that. Let me go down some. Looking good, Pam. I'm 67. All right, Mama C's. Yes. Sorry, I meant to say you're blessed to have you too. Okay, yes, I got you. Exactly. I just turned 51. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So people be like, and they don't you don't ask a woman, you may not ask them, and that's fine too. But if somebody asks me, I'm gonna tell you, girl, shoot. I didn't live all this long to be like, I'm not telling. Ah, no, I have a goal. I want to be the oldest living woman ever alive. So I tell people all the time, my husband just looks at me when I say this, but I don't care. I tell people, because I believe in putting things out in the universe too. I plan to live to be 150 years old. That is the goal. Okay. So I'm a baby right now because that's a long time. Yes, I said 150. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Good morning from Indianapolis is in the house. Yes, you have put a smile on my face this morning, and I know I'm going. Oh, you put a smile on my face this morning. I know I'm going to have a great day. I'm living my best life. There you go, Cheryl. I am too. I am too. A lot of people say, they don't live their best life. If you work towards it, you can. You absolutely can. Pat says, I'm 64 and loving it. Absolutely. Good morning. And let's see, Renee says, you're such a beautiful lady. Thank you so much. That's right about the age. I have the attitude too. Yes, I want to meet my great grandchildren. Absolutely. I want to meet my grand. I'm just not getting grandkids, but I want to meet my great grandkids. Woo, yeah. But you know what? Not only do I want to be 150, I pray every single day that at 150, I know y'all say crazy. I might be, but when I'm 150, y'all won't say I'm crazy no more. I want to be able to walk and talk and think and do for myself. I know that's a lot, right? I don't care. How y'all see me now is how I want to be then. All right? Yes. So that means I have to do what? I have to keep moving and I have to keep learning because your mind, that's another thing. People, I have so many people I see all the time that are my age and above, and they're like, they can't do this because of technology. They can't learn the technology, AI this, AI that, and they don't understand how to use the technology. And if you don't learn how to use it, have a wonderful day. If you don't learn how to use it, you won't know how to use it. Stop saying you cannot learn, okay? You can't, I can't learn it, I can't get that. It may take time. I tell people all the time, I am not tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy at all. Y'all don't know how long it takes. Y'all don't could imagine some of these videos I put up, how long it takes me to get it right. Okay. Not necessarily the recording of it, but the editing of it. I don't have any help when it comes to that. It's me and my iPhone. That's all I have. I don't have an editor. I don't have anyone that videos for me. I put a tripod up. I run around my house and my kitchen at this angle and that angle for with my tripod. And but I keep learning. I keep learning. Okay. You can learn. It might take me on my kids, some of them, especially my youngest son. He always talking about me. He look at me he like, I just told you. Okay, tell me again. And I will just keep at it until I get it. But it's like anything else. I tell people all the time, do you have a smartphone? If you have a smartphone, you can learn technology, AI, and everything else. Because half the time, these smartphones ain't smart. We got to figure out how to work it because it ain't working itself. It ain't. Work ain't working. So, yes. My mom says that all the time. I can't do it right. I can't figure this out. I can't ain't in my vocabulary. I might not get it right now. I might have to keep trying, but I will figure it out. Okay. Because you don't use your mind, it's going to deteriorate like anything else. I don't know what makes people think they could just sit around and not use their mind, not learn, not figure out anything new, and they're going to continue to advance in their mind, their memory, and anything else. I do not use when it comes to passwords and things like that. A lot of times the different sites will say, "Do you want me to remember the password?" So all you can do next time, you don't have to use the password or something like that. No, I write everything down old school on paper and pen. Then I remember it. I remember it. All my logins, I remember. Do I forget? Yep, that's why they wrote down, and I will go and I will look at them. And then I will remember. And then I might forget next month if it's something, especially if it's a site I don't use very often. But no, I'm not right. I don't want any technology to remember anything for me. I will remember it for myself. Okay. Do I use a calendar for dates and things? Yes, I plug it in and I plug in reminders. But that's just because, if it's a week away, I don't want the week to come up on me and I'm doing something else and I forget. But I try to remember everything I can while I can. I'm going to keep using my mind. Keep using it, keep using it, keep using it. Yes. First, you don't succeed without, and you sure don't. If you don't try it, it'll never happen. My mom is 80 and she is still riding her more and taking care of her home. There you go. I do worry about her. Don't worry about her, just encourage her. Encourage your mom. You did a great job on this yard. You want to come do mine? Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Hey Tracy, no slots. Welcome in. Raise Ren. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ooh, okay, y'all. Yes, this has been amazing, amazing. You all have a wonderful weekend. And I will see y'all. If y'all not subscribed to my other channels, check them out. Cooking at Pam's Place. This is Pam's POV. Pam's Pop-Ups. I've been doing a lot of recall videos over there on Pam's Pop-Ups. Um, because they come in rapid. So I've been doing, if you want to know about any recalls, that's where you need to go. And then my gardening channel. The Scaredy Cat Gardener. Yes, 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 yes. Grand Rising, Tracy. Grand Rising. So you all have a safe, blessed, and wonderful rest of your week and weekend. And I look forward to our walk this coming Tuesday. Love y'all. Oh, bye bye.